Shri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om. Om Akhandananda Sambodha Bandhanat Yasya Jayate Govindam Tamaham Vande Chidananda Tanum Gurum. So yesterday we gave the name yoga to Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Then there is a doubt. See, yoga means the one with 8 limbs, Ashtanga Yoga. You are talking about this as yoga? Does this also have 8 limbs? No problem. We have established it as yoga, so the 8 limbs, we need to know what the 8 limbs are. So he is enumerating the 8 limbs. Ashtau angani yogasya yamo'yamiti āsanaṃ prāṇāyāmaḥ tatha pratyāhārascapi dharana dhyanam samadhi ityeva nigadanti manīshiṇaḥ. So these are the 8 limbs. First, yama. Second, niyama. Third, asana. Fourth, pranayama. These are first 4 basic prerequisites to enter into the next step. So next is a pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. These are the higher grade 4 steps. Okay. Now people when they do yoga and all that, the asanas. By yoga I mean the asanas, physical yoga, hatha yoga. When they do that, they also do pratyahara practice, dharana practice and all that. It is impossible if you don't have the prerequisites. You'll understand that. So first you need to practice the yama, niyama, etc. properly. When your food intake is not proper, when your activities are not proper, then what kind of yoga can you practice? That is just humbug, cheating you and cheating others. Okay. Now, what are those yama, niyama, etc.? So before understanding what is the yama here, we have to understand what is the yama there. By there we mean the Yoga Sutras. So in Yoga Sutra, what is yama? Very beautifully he said, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, yamaha. These 5 are called as yama. What is? The first is ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence. Hinsa is violence. Ahimsa, non-violence. Ahimsa. Okay. Non-violence. Non-violence means normally when we say violence, oh, he is using violent means. Meaning, if you are going to beat someone or hit someone or torture someone, that is violence. But according to yoga, that is not just violence. Violence either through your word or through your act. To think bad about someone inside in your heart, that's also violence. You say something harsh, that is violence. You act, that is violence definitely. So you have to control the activities from mind, verbal and physical in all the 3 states. That is ahimsa. Okay. Then second is satya. Satya means truth. You should not lie. That is the basic rule. You should not speak lie. Now, this is a common thing. This yama is, whatever is said in the yama, it's common thing. It is there till the end. You have to follow this till the end. This is not a partial following. It is to be followed till the end in all the levels. Okay. That is why he calls it sarvaṃ. In all the levels, in all the states, in all the planes. All the bhumi, sarvabhaumam, sarva, all, bhauma means bhumi. So bhume bhava. So that in all the planes you have to practice this. Okay. Satya, truth. Sometimes even a lie is accepted to be truth. We have said this. Even a lie is accepted to be truth in some places. That is okay. But we should have to follow truth. So you know what is non-violence, you know what is truth. Third, ahimsa, satya, asteya. Steya means to steal. Asteya means to not steal. Not steal others' things. Because why do you steal other things? Others' things you steal because of 2 reasons. Not 2 reasons. I thought only 1 reason. No, there are 2 reasons. If you steal somebody's property, there are 2 reasons. One is you don't like that person. Second, you like that book. I mean the object. So reasons. Either you don't like the person or you like the object. So there is a hate and there is a desire, raga dvesha. So you, by not stealing, you give up raga dvesha. Okay. Third, this is third is what we saw now, asteya. Then fourth is brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means celibacy. Celibacy means abstaining from the sexual act. That is one. But in Shastras, Krishna is also accepted as celibate. How? Because if the act is to create, procreate, only for that reason, it is said, in the fertile period, you have to approach the wife. That is what is said. So even then, that is called as brahmacharya. Okay. Then fifth is aparigraha. Parigraha means to accumulate things. Aparigraha means to not accumulate. Not accumulate means you need to have whatever is necessary. So if you are going to hold on to things more than necessary, then instead of yoga, it leads you to bhoga, enjoyment. Then that bhoga will lead to roga, disease. So you have to stop it, prevent it in the first stage itself. So whatever is needed, only that you keep. Okay. So these are the ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. Non-violence, truth, then non-stealing, then celibacy, and then you have to abstain from enjoyments, meaning not accumulate things. Okay. So these are the yamas. Yama means to control. Yama means samyama, to keep things under control. Check. Okay. So what does he say here? Sarvaṃ brahmeti vijñānāt. That is Yoga Sutra. This is Vedanta. Sarvaṃ brahmeti vijñānādindriyagrāmasaṃyamaḥ yamo'yamiti samprokto'bhyasanīyo muhurmuhuḥ. Sarvaṃ brahmeti vijñānāt indriyagrāmasaṃyamaḥ yamo'yamiti samprokto'bhyasanīyo muhurmuhuḥ. Sarvaṃ brahmeti vijñānāt, through the knowledge. See, he is not saying jnanat, he is saying vijñānāt. Vijñānāt means immediate knowledge. When you enter in the state before the nirvikalpa samadhi, it is just an idea. I say you accept. But in the state of nirvikalpa samadhi, when you start practicing the samadhis, when you are into it, then you know for yourself that the truth is self. There is nothing other than that. That clarity is what we are talking about. That is vijñānāt, immediate knowledge. Okay. So not the experience, immediate experience of self. The immediate knowledge means you know this is the only thing, determined. That determined knowledge is what is said. Okay, vijñāna. Now, sarvam brahma. Through this immediate determined knowledge that everything is Brahman, keep it that way. Sarvam brahmeti vijñānāt. With that determined knowledge of everything is self, indriyagrāmasaṃyamaḥ, nicely controlling the sense organs. All the sense organs. Indriyagrāma means village, means all the sense organs, totally. Saṃyamaḥ, ayam yamaha iti prokta. This is what is called as yama. What is yama? With the knowledge, determined knowledge that everything is self, controlling all the sense organs. And how long should we practice it? Abhyasanīya muhurmuhuḥ. This has to be practiced again and again and again and again. Okay. Yama means with the determined knowledge that everything is self, control the sense organs. Okay. Now, niyama. What is niyama according to Yoga Sutra? Niyama means commitment, duty. What is that? You have to compulsory do it. That is what is niyama. Okay. What is that? See, yama is something which is in the physical world, outside. So it is equivalent to the dhamma of the Vedanta prerequisites. Okay. So now here, what is niyama? Niyama is shama. What is niyama? Shaucha santosha tapaswadhyaya ishvara pranidhanani niyamaha. This is the sutra. Shaucha, santosha, tapa, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhanani. These 5 are called as niyama, commitment. What are these? Shaucha. Shaucha means purity, cleanliness. Cleanliness means there are 2 cleanliness. One is external, the other is internal. External purity and internal purity. By external purity, keeping your body clean, washing it and all that. Internal purity, mind. No, we are not entering into the mind. Internal purity also of the body. In Yoga Sutra, it is also of the body first. Then it of the mind. So internal purity, for that, they perform something called Kriya Yoga. Like they swallow cotton cloth, a small thin cotton cloth or silk cloth, they swallow it and then they'll take it out. It cleanses all the internal organs. Okay, this is one. Then there is another thing called neti. You use there are 2 netis. One is jalaneti, there is sutra neti. You can use they used to use thread and all. Now they use a catheter. You insert it through one nose and remove it through other nose. Okay, clean it. And water neti. Then you use water, probably some salted water and all that they use. So put it into the nose and leave it through the mouth. These are all some procedures which they do to clean things inside. But these are all to be practiced under proper guidance. Okay. Now, that is what is the internal purity. Purity is of 2 types, I said. Okay. Shaucha, santosha. Santosha means happiness. How can you have happiness? Happiness, by happiness, what we mean is contentment, satisfaction. Whatever you have, if you are satisfied with it, if you are content with it, then that is what is happiness. Okay. Then the third is tapa. Tapa means penance. Whatever austerities you perform, that is tapas. Then swadhyaya. Swadhyaya, in terms of Vedic rule, swadhyayo adhyetavya, it says that you should have to study your portion of Veda. Now, swadhyaya here is studying yoga and other shastras and Vedas, japa, they are all under swadhyaya. Okay. Now, then the 5th part is ishvara pranidhana. Ishvara pranidhana means worship of God, doing puja, etc. Okay. Now, ishvara pranidhana is so important. He is adding it in niyama. Not just that, he is having an independent sutra for ishvara pranidhana. Ishvara pranidhanadva. That's one sutra. Ishvara pranidhanatva means either through Ishvara. What will you get? Ishvara pranidhanat samadhi lavaha. You will gain samadhi through worship of Ishvara. That is what Yoga Sutrakara says. Patanjali Maharishi says. Okay. So that is how important it is. So that I am saying that. Okay. Now, these are the 5 parts of niyama. Niyama means commitment. So, what is that commitment here? sajātīyapravāhaśca vijātīyatiraskṛtiḥ niyamo hi parānando niyamātkriyate budhaiḥ. sajātīyapravāhaśca vijātīyatiraskṛtiḥ niyamo hi parānando niyamātkriyate budhaiḥ. So, sajātīyapravāhaśca vijātīyatiraskṛtiḥ. Sajātīya pravaha, sajātīya, samana jātīya, similar class, pravaha, flow of a similar class of thought function, along with a vijātīyatiraskṛtiḥ, vijātīya, virodha jātīya, of different class, thought function of different class, tiraskṛtiḥ, giving up. By giving up the thought function of different class and letting the flow of similar class, that is what is we saw as a Shravana Manana Nidhyasana. Now he says that is what is niyama. Iti niyamo hi. This is definitely niyama. Niyamo hi parānando, and this niyama is a absolute bliss. This is what brings happiness. Therefore, budhaiḥ niyamātkriyate. Therefore, the intelligent people, they perform this niyama willfully, regularly. Niyamena, in a particular way, regularly. Okay. Now, so first is a yama. Yama means everything, sarvaṃ brahmeti. Everything is self. That idea. Niyama means having the thought function, similar thought function, by giving up the non-similar thought function. Okay. Now, asana. Third is asana. Asana, the sutra for asana is sthiram sukham asanam. We have to remember only one sutra in Patanjali. People sell yoga as Patanjali yoga. Actually, Patanjali talks about asana in only one sutra, sthiram sukham asanam. He does not even talk about postures. In the commentary for Patanjali, Vyasa Maharaj, he writes Padmasana, etc. He quotes some 4-5 asanas. That's all. But that does not mean the asanas are wrong. The asanas are discussed in Hatha Yoga Pradipika or Gheranda Samhita, etc. in other texts, but not in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Patanjali does not prescribe those things. What does Patanjali prescribe as asana, posture? Asana means posture. What does he prescribe? Sthiram, sukham. There are 2 important clauses for a posture. One is sthiram. You should be able to maintain the stability. Second is sukham. Just you can maintain the stability in one posture, but it is a painful posture. Then that is not asana. Like people pull their leg inside and outside and all that, and like snake and all, they have their hands and legs. That is not asana, because that is not going to make you feel painless. It is going to cause pain. It is not sukha. It is not going to give you pleasure. It is going to be painful after some time. Even a normal asana, when you are not habituated to sit on the ground, even that sitting itself is going to cause pain. Then, so that is what is asana. Then we say, okay, there are different asanas. Shavasana is also an asana. So lying down or sitting in the cot, whatever is comfortable, that is asana. We say that later. Now here, what is asana in Vedanta? Sukhenaiva bhavedyasminnajasraṃ brahmacintanam āsanaṃ tadvijānīyāditaratsukhanāśanam. Sukhenaiva bhavet yasmin ajasraṃ brahmacintanam āsanaṃ tadvijānīyāt itarat sukhanāśanam. Yasmin ajasram sukhena eva brahmacintanam bhavet. Yasmin, in whichever posture, ajasram, sthiram, continuously, stable. Sukham, sukhena eva. Those 2 words are used in a different way. There he says sthiram sukham. Here he says ajasram sukham. Okay, so where you are able to stably maintain a peaceful condition, brahmacintanam bhavet. In what? Not in the physical way. Brahmacintanam bhavet. In whichever posture, in whichever place, in whichever state, you are able to maintain the thought of Brahman continuously and peacefully, easily. That is asana. Tad asana. That is what is asana. Asana means to be able to think about self, to be able to meditate on self continuously and peacefully. So this can be done in any kind of posture. You can either use lotus posture and this posture and that posture, or you can sit in a chair, or you can lie in a easy chair, or you can lie in a cot also. After a period of time, for people who are sick or for people who are old, they don't get sleep. But they cannot sit in the chair for a longer time. So the only option left for them is to lie down. They can do that in that posture, because they are not going to enter sleep. For others, even sitting itself is painful. Meaning, even while sitting in the class or doing japa, sometimes you are startled by your own snore. Oh, what happened? Okay, I was sleeping. Okay, I came back. So when that is the situation, the thought imprints for us is when you lie down, sleep. So that will be difficult. Sleeping posture is difficult for brahmacintana, if you are not sick or if you are not old. Okay, if you have practiced lying down and meditating, that is a different issue. Now brahmacintanam bhavet. In whichever place, in whichever position, you are able to stably and peacefully maintain the thought of self. Tad asana. That is what is posture. Vijñānādindriyagrāmasaṃyamaḥ. Understand this to be the asana. But what about the others? The lotus posture and all that. Very strong words. Itarate sukhanāśanam. The others are to destroy the peace, destroy your happiness. They are not asanas here. Okay. Now, what is pranayama? The fourth stage, the important first prelude. What is that? He says, tasmin sadeshvasa prashvasayo gati vichchedaha prāṇāyāmaḥ. What is pranayama? Pranayama, gati vichchedaha pranayama. Gati vichcheda, to control the movement. Control the movement of what? Shvasa prashvasayo gati vichchedaha. To control the movement of breathing in and breathing out, inhaling and exhaling. That is pranayama. Very good. Okay. Controlling the breathing in and breathing out. Controlling the inhaling and exhaling. Now, I am controlling. Let us see if I am controlling or not properly. Now, I am going to breathe in. Breathe out. This is breathing and breathing out. We know. Okay. Now, I am going to control it. How? Is this pranayama? No. Pranayama is not breaking the prana while intaking and breaking the prana while exhaling. That is not what it is. In water, breathing in easily to a particular time or place and breathing out easily to a particular time or place. What? Place? Yes. So we know time. Okay. 5 seconds or 10 seconds I am going to breathe in. Breathe in until and unless your body does not shiver, shake. Okay. There is no tremble in your body. That is the limit. Before the tremble, you should have to stop. If you are trembling, then that is an obstacle for yoga. That is not a yoga. Angame jayatvam vikshepa sahabhuva, it is said in Yoga Shastra itself. Trembling is a obstacle for yoga. Okay, now you are inhaling slowly, peacefully, and exhaling slowly, peacefully. That is controlled breathing. Because you normally do pranayama. Your prana is going in and coming out. Inhaling and exhaling, you are doing it. But knowingly doing it is pranayama. Okay? Now, when you do it, gati vichchedaha, when you do it in time for 10 seconds, that is according to time. According to place, going and sitting in the corner, no, not that. See, when you release the prana, when you release the exhale, when you are exhaling the breathe, you hold on to a cotton thread in front of you or silk thread. Now, this thread should move. So, whatever distance the thread moves, that is the distance you can do the pranayama. That comes in time, naturally. Okay. So, this is the time space control of pranayama. Okay, very good. So, controlling the pranayama. But I don't prescribe pranayama specifically. I prescribe, even if I prescribe only one pranayama called Nadi Shuddhi pranayama. Some people call it as Anulom Viloma, which is a breathe through one nostril, release through another nostril. Inhale through the other nostril and breathe through the first nostril. 1, 2, 2, 1. That is the cycle. This needs to be done without any tremble or tremor again. So, slowly breathe in and slowly breathe out. And slowly breathe in through that same nose through which you exhale and breathe out through the first nostril. That is what is the pranayama. This is called as Nadi Shuddhi pranayama. There is no kumbhaka. There are 3 parts or 4 parts in pranayama. One is inhaling, the other is exhaling. These 2 parts we know. The third part is kumbhaka. Kumbhaka is to hold. Inhale, hold. That is inside kumbhaka. Exhale, hold. That is outside kumbhaka. Antar kumbhaka, bahir kumbhaka. I don't prescribe kumbhaka at all. I don't prescribe because it causes a lot of problems. Now, the only pranayama I prescribe is Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, which needs to be done, which can be done by all the sadhakas. Before you sit in japa, just breathe in slowly, breathe out. Breathe in slowly, breathe out. This is called as 1, 2, 2, 1. This is one cycle. Like that, you can do 4, 5 cycles. 4, 5 cycles 4 times in a day. Morning, afternoon, evening and night. It cleanses the spiritual nerves, nadis. Okay. Now, More than that, before the japa, before sitting in the japa, if you are going to do the pranayama, this breathing controls the mind naturally, because breathing and the breath and the mind starts from the same place. So when you control either, the other controls naturally. Okay, so this is what is a pranayama. But there is one important word, tasmin sati. That is two words. That is a very important word. Tasmin sati. So we know what pranayama is. Control of inhaling and exhaling is pranayama. But tasmin sati, when you are at it. That is the meaning. When you are at it. When you are at it means what is the previous? Asana. When you are perfect in the asana, what is previous to asana? Niyama. Previous to that, yama. So when you are perfect in all this, when you are at it in all this, normally when they say, when you are very perfect in this asana, when you are at it in the asana, but what I say is, when you are at it, practicing the yama, niyama and asana, then practice the pranayama. Okay, now tasmin sati, that is the important keyword. Now, what is asana, pranayama here? cittādisarvabhāveṣu brahmatvenaiva bhavanāt nirodhaḥ sarvaṃ prāṇāyāmaḥ ucyate. cittādisarvabhāveṣu brahmatvenaiva bhavanāt nirodhaḥ sarvaṃ prāṇāyāmaḥ ucyate. cittādisarvabhāveṣu, bhava here is a existence, that which exists, the object. Sarvabhāveṣu, with respect to all the objects, right from chitta, right from the mind. Right from the mind, because mind is the cause for projecting all these things to be real, right? So mind itself is non-real, so it projects things which are non-real and makes you feel that it is real, because it's projection. So it's pet baby, so it is going to make you feel that it is real, right? So chitta, the right from the mind till all these things which exist in all the objects, brahmatvenaiva bhavanāt, meditating, thinking that it is Brahman alone. Brahmatvena, alone as Brahman. It is only Brahman. In that way, if you meditate, sarvaṃ nirodhaḥ, by meditating that, sarvaṃ nirodhaḥ, you control all the other vṛttis, all the other thought functions. See, niyama is by one flow of thought function and controlling the other thought function. Here, completely eradicating the other thought function. There you control it. Here, there you discard it. Here you control it. In that way you can understand. There, tiraskara, discarding. Here, control. So, to get rid of it. So, that is what is the difference between niyama practice and pranayama practice. Okay? Nirodhaḥ, pranāyāmaḥ. That is what is called as pranayama. You said pranāyāmaḥ as pūraka, recaka, kumbhaka. Pūraka means to fill. Pūrana, to make it fill. Okay? Inhaling. Recaka means throw out. Means exhaling. Kumbhaka means to hold. Internal holding, external holding. I have explained that. Now, to bring that also, that idea also in this, he is saying, niṣedhanaṃ prapañcasya recakākhyaḥ samīraṇaḥ brahmaivāsmīti vṛttiḥ pūrako vāyurīritaḥ tadvijānīyāditaratsukhanāśanam kumbhaka prāṇasanyamaḥ ayam capi prabuddhānaṃ ajñānaṃ prāṇapīdanam niṣedhanaṃ prapañcasya recakākhyaḥ samīraṇaḥ brahmaivāsmīti pūrako vāyurīritaḥ tadvijānīyāditaraskṛtiḥ kumbhaka prāṇasanyamaḥ ayam capi prabuddhānaṃ ajñānaṃ prāṇapīdanam. Beautiful. He says, prapañcasya niṣedhanaṃ recakākhyaḥ samīraṇaḥ. This is a very beautiful meditation practice in different it is applicable in different situations. I'll explain that. Now, prapañcasya niṣedhanaṃ recakākhyaḥ samīraṇaḥ. Samīraṇaḥ, samyak īraṇaḥ. Īraṇaḥ means prana. Okay, so samyak prana, that is pranayama. What kind of pranayama? Recakākhyaḥ, the pranayama called recaka. Okay, exhaling. What is that? Some places recaka they accept as inhaling, some places exhaling. Normally we accept it as exhaling. So that is how it is done here also. Okay, so exhaling is what is exhaling? prapañcasya niṣedhanaṃ, to get rid of, to meditate that the world is, the creation is illusory, mithya, jagat mithya, jagat asat, jagat world is non-existent. To think that, to meditate like that is a recaka, to get rid of the prana. You are not doing pranayama every time. No. Thinking that the world is mithya is a recaka. And what is pūraka? He says, brahmaivāsmīti vṛttiḥ, pūrako vāyuh. The idea that, the thought function that I am the Brahman alone. The idea, the thought function that this world is, the creation is illusory, non-existent. The idea that the creation is non-existent. And the thought function that I am the self alone. This is pūraka and that is recaka. To get rid of the world, creation is a pūraka and recaka, and to understand that I am the self, to think that I am the self is a pūraka. Okay. So pūrako vāyurīritaḥ. Now what is kumbhaka? Tatah tadvijānīyāditaraskṛtiḥ kumbhaka prāṇāyāmaḥ. Kumbhaka pranayama is to have the vṛttiḥ thought function established in that state. I am Brahman. Niṣchala means without disturbance, stable. Holding the mind stable in that thought that I am self is a kumbhaka. Okay, or holding the thought that the world is a illusory or non-existent is also kumbhaka. That is external kumbhaka. Okay, now ayam chapi prabuddhanam. This is for the learned people who have knowledge according to the Vedanta. And you are not bringing any prana here. It is only thought function. Pranayama means to control the prana, not control thought function like this. Yes, you are right. For that he says, ajñānam prana pedanam, for the ignorant people, punishing the prana. Prana pedanam means troubling. Punishing the prana is what is pranayama. For the knowledgeable, intelligent people, this is what is pranayama. So you decide what you are. Okay, we'll see. And this is applicable also in different places, I said. Okay, I'll explain that. When you are in a cold place, if you don't have enough clothing and all that to protect yourself from the cold, you want to meditate. So what you do? You sit and see in the environment you have this whole creation is a 5-element creation, right? So meditate that you are inhaling the fire element inside from the environment and exhale the cold element from your body. Inhale the fire, exhale the cold. This gets rid of the cold. And if you are in a warm climate, then meditate that the cold outside, the environment, the coldness in the environment, you inhale that. The heat from your body, you exhale that. Meditate like that, then you can get rid of the cold or heat, whichever it is. So these are all some applications. You can try other possibilities also. Now, this is what is pranayama. So aham brahmasmi is the brahmaivāsmīti, that thought is a yama. Then flow of thought function by discarding the other thought function, that is niyama. Then asana is to be able to stably, peacefully meditate that I am self. And pranayama is to inhale that I am the self and to exhale that the world is illusory. This is pranayama. Okay, we'll see. Om purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnamevavasishyate. Om shanti shanti shanti.